Stop waiting for rock bottom. I've noticed a couple things going on lately, and the biggest thing I saw was there's a lot of men out here who wait until they're broken up with by their girlfriend or divorced from their wife, and then they all of a sudden want to get back in the gym and start being the better version of themselves. And a lot of these guys were consistently in the gym before. They were on their purpose before, but then for whatever reason they get comfortable, and when they get comfortable they stop taking care of themselves, they stop pushing themselves, they stop going to the gym, they stop with their business. It's like everything ceases to exist because they have a girlfriend. And obviously women take a lot of time. I'm not saying they don't. I know they do. But you have to be on your path and your purpose and in the gym and doing what you need to do at all times, even if you have her. Because if you stop doing those things, you're not the same man that she either fell in love with or just liked from the beginning when you first started dating. You're not that same man anymore. We cannot get comfortable to the point to where we give up everything that we were as men because we have a woman, a wife, or a girlfriend. We cannot stop doing those things that make us who we are because of somebody else, because they just start to lose respect for us. And a lot of people will probably say, oh, that's terrible advice, or you need to make time for your family. You need to make time for everything. And I know we don't have a lot of time on our hands with work and making money, responsibilities, but you still have to be that guy. The best way I think you can do that is being on your path and purpose, and the gym, taking care of your body, because that's always going to put you to the front of her attraction. Not including a lot of things that are going on in society right now, but we have to be the best versions of ourselves at all given times, or we're just not meant to be in a relationship. And that's tough to hear, but that's just the reality of the situation. And I'm a realist. That is going to help solve a lot of the problems that you or anybody else is having, especially from a man's perspective. Because once the disrespect comes, good luck with that. It's never going to stop. Or if your relationship starts with disrespect, it's just going to end in a complete train wreck. Now, ways to solve this issue is just always making sure that you are goal-oriented. And when you're goal-oriented, that's going to drive you to be better every single day. But if you guys are liking this content, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll get back to the video. So, the biggest way I found out how to be goal-oriented was to write them down on a whiteboard, and I literally have them in my room. When I wake up in the morning, I look at my goals. And that is going to always keep you on track because you're going to always see them. You make it a habit to see them every morning, every day when you wake up. And, you know, you can always listen to things that women say. And not that everything they say is crap, but You have to watch what they do, watch what they react to. Look who they're interested in. Look who they're attracted to. Those are going to be the biggest tells. But we've got to stop doing this as men, because we control our destiny, especially when it comes to women. And guess what? If she leaves you, she's probably going to leave you with either a better looking guy or a guy that's in better shape or something like that. That's what's going to happen. And when women start to pull away, they start to exit, this happens months or years before. This doesn't happen to you right away, normally. There's like little signs of disrespect or just something going on, and you can always tell as a man. Your gut will always tell you what's going on, but some guys just don't know how to see that because they're inexperienced, or they just don't know how to see those type of those flags. But the thing is, life is busy. We're all busy. But if you are not absolutely grinding out here, it's going to be rough. And even if you are grinding, it might be rough. Because the things you might expect out of a woman you want to be with are maybe a little too much to ask for even now. Especially now. Even if you are better looking, successful, smart. This goes into our work as well. We can't stop waiting till the last minute. If we get fired or laid off to start a side business or make another types of side money, because by then it's too late. If you would have already had the ball rolling like a year, 6 months in advance, year and a half in advance, you'd be so much farther ahead, and you might even have clients or other businesses that could help you take off once you dedicate full time to something. But there's a lot of men who get stuck in this route where it's like they're always waiting until the last minute. They're reactive and not proactive on solving solutions that can happen. And you got to always think, right? There's going to be good and bad things that happen in life. You just got to be able to take on the bad things when they happen. You got to be able to see them. So if you're prepared for those situations, you're not going to be running around trying to figure out something to do at the last minute. I just keep seeing this over and over and over again, where we keep doing this to ourselves. And I'm not even gonna lie, I know this from experience. There's times when I've been with a girlfriend of mine or a chick I was dating at the time, and I've put those things to the back burner, but no more. I've come too far, and I've learned too much as a man now to do that. And maybe you have to go through it a couple times to see that. Maybe you do. But I'm just trying to let you guys learn from my experience and what I've been through. Because when relationships end, they usually end in a train wreck. And it sucks to have to go through that, and I don't want anybody to have to go through that. On the flip side, you may do everything right or think you're doing everything right, and it still ends. And you just can't control that. And you just have to be willing to move on. But if you can control at least your side of the deal, your aspects in your life, and you try to do everything you can, then that's all you can do. That's all you can do. But I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned out of a lot of the situations that some of us older guys have been in and we've seen over the years. And it'll save a lot of younger guys a lot of heartache, and even some older guys. because it all comes with experience. But just take things for what they are, and if you start to see that you're slacking off on your work, at the gym, double time it. Set an alarm or something in your phone that says, oh, I have to go to the gym now, I cannot miss this. And tell your woman, hey, look, you can go with me if you want, if not, I'm going, but this is just something I have to do. But once you make that the standard for your life, you're not going to stop doing it. And if a chick doesn't like that you're doing that, then she's not the one for you. You're not meant to be together. There's plenty of others out there. Like, it's not deeper than that. Once you have the mindset of abundance and you start thinking every time you go and do something, or you go out or online, or you're on a dating app, that you're going to meet a woman, or a woman's going to talk to you or hit you up or give you her number, then you stop thinking in a scarcity. But some guys got a long way to go, but before they even reach that, or before they even start experience that. But we all control that. As men, you have to understand we control our own destinies. And once you start to see that you have the power to do that, then your mindset's going to change and your outlook on life is going to change. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.